Okay, so that is Turtle Rock defeated. A little bit tricky, but not as tricky as I kind of thought it was going to be. I do remember as a kid having loads of problems with it. The thing about Zelda is, when I was a kid, you never notice how many chances the game actually gives you to collect fairies and more magic. I kind of forget that. It's like all I thought about was, when I was doing Turtle Rock when I was young, was like this game just like feeds me to the wolves. But it's like, if you really open your eyes, the game gives you multiple opportunities to get more fairies and more medicine and more lives, so it's incredibly fair in that respect. Anyway, we're just going to go and restock anyway, grab a few things, and then we're going to head on over back to the Dark World, where we can do Ganon's Tower, which is what the Tower of Hera was in the Light World, but in the Dark World it's Ganon's Tower, and we have to fight all three bosses again. Now, here's something I want to kind of talk about. Is one thing I think that's a little bit unfair is that in Ganon's Tower you have to fight all three bosses again. Now, the fact that you have to fight all three isn't unfair in itself. It's just that if you take a wrong turn, say for example you beat the Armos Knights, you beat them, right, and you go the wrong way, then you have to fight them again. So I'm pretty sure as that kind of comes back to me as a kid. I remember like just feeling really frustrated that kind of has to happen. But unfortunately, if you don't know the right way to go, then that's probably going to happen. So in my haste to kind of explore the dungeons, I get a feeling that might happen. But you know what? I'm up to the challenge anyway. I'm just going to get fully powered up, and then I'm just going to kick their booty. And Ganon himself is, oh my god, he can either be really difficult or really easy depending on your perspective. Now, I can beat Ganon, but the problem is when he gets into his final form and you've got to kind of use the silver arrows, you've got to get him straight away, so you've got to hit him and then you've got to quickly get your arrow out, and you get like, I think it's something like 1.5 second to hit him. If you don't hit him, then like the lights go out, because you've got to put the lights on using the lantern or the fire rod, and if the lights go out and you don't hit him, then you have to repeat the process. So that is a bit frustrating, but I will kind of say that it's more a case of like you have to know where to hit Ganon and how to hit him. Again, it seems impossible, and that's the clever genius about Nintendo games, is that it seems impossible, but you know, you just got to find the cue, the right frame to hit him, and then once you know what you're doing, you can kind of take him down. That's kind of my perspective anyway. We have to head all the way this way onto Death Mountain because we need to get into the Tower of Hera, or Ganon's Tower I should say. It can be kind of long, kind of daunting, and as I said, there's a bunch of things that we kind of need to do. I think the red mail's in here, so I might be able to kind of, I think that allows me to, it either allows me to take less damage or it allows me to attack more. I'm kind of not really sure. But anyway, we'll go this way. We need to kind of they look like little squirrels or something. That's what I think they are anyway. And look at this. We can get right back into the Dark World on top of Turtle Rock, and then we can get off Turtle Rock, and then we can literally head to the left. I think there might be some caves to explore though, actually, come to think of it. I don't know, but we'll worry about that later. Let's head on into Ganon's Tower. Look at that, it's so evil, it's glowing, and like, oh, I was just about to ask how do we get in, and magically the 7 maidens all come together and open Ganon's Tower for me. That is absolutely fantastic. So yeah, tough dungeon, I have to say. But then again, they say there's only 7 dungeons, but technically there's 8. You know what I mean? So this is like, I guess, a bonus dungeon. So yeah, this is like the final sort of chapter of the game. Once we do this, we'll be warped right back to the pyramid in the Dark World, and then we can go down and fight Ganon pretty much straight away. But we need to see the fairy though, don't we? before we do any of that, because she can upgrade all my equipment and stuff, give me the more powerful sword and things like that. So yeah, Zelda is very rewarding, but very challenging on its, as you've seen, in its later kind of difficulty. I've got a lot of love for Link to the Past, more so now than I've sort of played it and I've kind of took my time, because I think I explained before that I tried filming this for YouTube and stuff. Oh god, this would have been months ago. To me it's only about a week ago, but to you guys it's going to be like about 4 months, because we're going to be in like April or May or something by the time I drop this. But I started like recording it and I tried to get through the game as quickly as I could, rather than like enjoy the experience and slow things down. So I stopped and I just redid it again, and I just took the time to kind of explore, and that's kind of what Zelda's all about. I don't know why I was in such a hurry, because you can enjoy this game for what it is. And I might be able to get another fairy here. Let's see if we can do that. There we go. And just top myself up. See what I mean? The game does things like that. It's, you know, it throws multiple chances for you to get energy. And oh, that hand. So the times I thought the game was unfair, it's a case you just got to kind of open your eyes and realise, hey, the game's not actually that bad. But yeah, we have to descend first. As George Michael once said, we got to go down to get up. Or we got to get up to get down, I should say. Is it? One of the two, anyway. I think I've just got it completely tits up. But yeah, we've got to go this way. And that's the thing as well. Like, if you go the wrong way, in fact, I'll show you when we get to the almost night. I'll show you like how this game kind of, why you've got to repeat the fight if you go the wrong way. I don't even think it's necessary to go the way that you've got to go, but I could be wrong. You have to understand, I've been playing this for a hell of a long time now, and I am a little bit weary. We are coming to the end now. We will definitely finish Ganon. It will happen, but look at this we have to pull up with, these friggin' tiles, which are a bane of my existence. Every Zelda game I play has got this in, and I don't feel like they know that they've overused the gimmick. It's just like, come on guys, just think of something else, because it's like, it's frustrating. I just feel like it's someone just throwing like China at me. How do we get this? Right, we got the key. Oh, okay. So we don't actually have to wait for the door. My mistake. I guess I've been playing a lot of Link's Awakening, and that was always the case. It's kind of like you have to kind of wait for the tiles, but in this one you don't. So here we have to do more lamp lighting, unfortunately. We have to get rid of the enemies, and we need a clear path to get through the door. It's annoying because, like, again, you've got to be quick, and there's like about 5 or 6 trap rooms in a row as well, and you will see what I mean when we get there. There we are. So we've got that door open. Now, silly me. Oh, I know, I'll go left. Now, this room is a dud, so the way this kind of dungeon's designed is it wants you to go off into the wrong direction. It wants you to go off into the wrong path. I don't believe there's anything in this room. I think it's just like, oh, hey, you know, you've gone in this room. You know, I think there's like one block you can move or something, I don't know. Oh, I'm trying to move these blocks, and it's like, and that hand keeps coming down as well. Don't get me started on the hand, because I could go all day, man. That seems to be in a lot of Zelda games. It was in like Ocarina of Time. I remember when I was in the well in Kakariko Village, just like a hidden dungeon under there, and the hand just keeps coming down. I think it was there, and the hand just keeps taking me and just like having its wicked way with me. It's like a demonic version of Thing from the Addams Family. Look at that. It's absolutely pissed, and it's like it wants to pinch you. Look at this. I'm just trying to move all these blocks because I'm like, oh, there's got to be a point to this room, but I don't really think there is. I think it's just kind of just, you know, they just pull it there. There's literally nothing there that we can do. So yeah, we'll just, I guess, set the hand on fire. Try again. Have a quick butcher's. You know, I don't know why I thought there was something here, but as I said, this game is chock full of secrets. In fact, a lot of the dungeons have bombable areas in. Like, I've never really taken the time to explore them, but I think you need like the super bomb to do all that. So that could be something I could probably do and explore maybe. So there we go, and because I've gone that way, I have to relight all the torches again, and it's just it's incredibly frustrating that you've got to do that, but it's the final dungeon, so I kind of let it pass. But you will see like a bunch of rooms where it's like they just try and finish you off. You know, I do feel like the challenge is incredibly excessive, but it's just kind of the way it is, I guess. Right, there we are. So we've got through the door now. This bit's not too bad. So this bit you've got to kind of use your noggin. And if you don't know what to do, you think you could put a bomb on there, but like I'll show you why you can't do that, because the bomb almost goes off straight away. So what you really need to do, we need to use the cane of Samaria. And then once we've got that, we can put that on there. It doesn't always work. Like sometimes I've had it like just go right to the side so it won't go up. And look at that. We use that, and that stumped me as a kid as well. I was like, how the hell do I do that? So it's good that they kind of threw that in there, and then we got to do it again. See, look, if you throw it too far, you're going to waste magic. So there we go. Put it on there, and then use the cane. It's really clever. And there we are. We can pick up more magic powder, and there's another bomb there that we can get a hold of. Right, there's a room here full of treasure chests, enemies as well. Got to get rid of them. I love how, you know, this game just rewards you over and over again. I think it's one of the most rewarding Nintendo games I've ever played. It gives you so much stuff, you know, and it's just so cleverly layered. And there we are. We've got the compass now, and we can head into the warp. And I've got a feeling that I'm going to be repeating this section over and over, because I remember just getting so confused. Thing is, it's not confusing when you know where to go. I know that sounds like the benefit of hindsight, but like you'll see what I mean. That the door's where you're supposed to go. It's obvious where you're supposed to go, but like because of the exploration, you know, that Zelda has you do, you just want to kind of look everywhere because you never know where a secret might be. More hearts here. So this bit's incredibly frustrating because once we get down to the bottom, the floor starts to break. We actually have to just slip in there. See that? I knew that was going to happen. And then we can just head on over to the left. Now, there's a warp point there that I need to get into. So what we need to do is, I think we need to drag or push the statue down, one or the other. It's incredibly tedious. I don't even need to go all the way around. I could have just stayed where I was. But look at that. You do that, and all it does is just adds an entrance there, which allows you to get to the warp point, which warps you here. And then look at this. This is where it gets really crazy now, because you light the area and the floor comes alive with ice blocks, and it basically shows you the path that you can kind of go on. So alright, we need to just keep heading forward, and there is like the same here as well. We have to kind of light the floor, I guess, but you start to go left and you're like, okay, can I go left? And I think this is like a trap. See, it just sends you in here and it's like a beginner's trap. I don't know, there probably is a way to do it, but you know, maybe I need like the super bomb or something. Maybe there's a way I can bomb through the wall. That's the thing about Legend of Zelda, the secrets upon secrets. And then I decide, why don't I just like, I don't know, use the cane of Samaria, and maybe it'll help, but it doesn't do anything because you can't get through there. It might be possible to take a hit off an enemy and like use the invincibility frame to get through. That might be possible. But yeah, maybe that's something I'll try another time. But anyway, what's great though is that even though we've got to face the bosses, and even if I have to face them multiple times, I'm powered up to the max, so they're not really going to stand a chance. So they've actually got the same strength that they had on in the light world, so they're not really any tougher, apart from the Armos Knights, who are actually now on ice. So that's it. I guess they thought maybe the battle would be hard enough, I don't know. But anyway, we come into this room. There's a treasure chest that we can't open yet because we don't have the big key, so yeah, we need the key, and then we end up here. So I'm actually back where I started, and it's like frustrating because it's like, again, if you go the other way, like how are you supposed to know first time round like that's not where you're supposed to go? I don't even know what I'm trying with the magic powder, because those aren't the fairies. Those fireballs don't become fairies. Anyway, but yeah. I'm not ashamed of the fact that I have to keep repeating this, because that's what the game like has you do. You know, it just drives you completely nuts. And look at this, I can go straight through the door now, thank God. You know, that's one thing about it. And let's go and move this out of the way. There we are. Got that. So I have to get rid of the Gibdos. Get rid of the Skeletor. Gibdo, I should say. Watch out for the hand. And this bit, as I said, it's really annoying for me, this bit, having to do this over and over again. It's a bit tedious, if I'm honest. I had the same problem when I was doing Turtle Rock. I'm like, I've already done it. Like, I get the gimmick, I understand, and it's a very clever gimmick, but I just feel like it's a little bit overused. You know, if I was being picky, and I don't mean to be, because this is almost a perfect game. I mean, like, it's on people's, like, top 3, I think, games of all time or something. It's one of the best games ever made, and I hate being that, but it's just my personal kind of preference, my personal opinion, really, you know, on things that I think could be properly improved. But, like, how do you improve on perfection? You know, I mean, it's just, like, little things, like, I will go on record and say, even though Moldorm is a pain in the arse, like, I had lots of problems with him, like, he's just way easier now, because I've got the tempered sword. He goes down in like 2 hits or something, so that's something they could have done, like multiple hits. But you know what, it is what it is, and it's just still a great game, and as I said, it deserves its reputation for being one of the best games ever made. I've just died there, but I think a fairy's going to bring me back to life. So it's got everything you want. It's got challenge, it's got the bosses, it's got the tension, and to be honest, I'm not knocking the game. Like, all the bosses are pretty much, I'm probably going to die a few times, but all the bosses are actually, they're not that bad. You know, when you think about it, I didn't really have too many problems with them. I think I might have lost, you know, I don't really feel like I've lost too many times, because maybe it's because I know the game, and I know the bosses, and I know what to do. So, I haven't really died a whole bunch. Right, let's just destroy that thing. Yeah, man, but Ganon's Tower, it's even, like, worse on Ocarina of Time. My God, I played that, and that is just one hell of a Zelda experience that I've never forgotten. Personally, I remember, like, I just wished, like, at the time I'd had the time to play it. Like, I got it when I was, like, I want to say 17 or something, and I think I must have missed the Zelda hype, and it wasn't that I wasn't, you know, interested. I mean, I thought it was a cool enough game, but I think I was more interested because I had GoldenEye and stuff, and so I was playing a bunch of that. I kind of forgot about Zelda, so all the hype and all the things about it being sold out everywhere didn't really bother me. I mean, I had a chance to get it one Christmas, and I didn't. You know, I got Tomb Raider. I told the story before, but, like, I was so into Tomb Raider, I got Tomb Raider 3 instead, and like, someone said to me, oh, you know, you've got enough for Legend of Zelda, why don't you buy that? And I'm like, I don't really want it. I feel bad for saying that, because the game's an absolute masterpiece. And then when I, you know, I think it was like, I want to say about a year later or something, it was in the shop for like 50 quid, and I just bought it. It was, like, readily available, so I'd missed the whole, it sold out everywhere. And so this was when I think it must have been like a year after it had come out, everything had kind of settled down. And so I brought it and took it home, and, you know, I really got into it. The problem is, I just didn't have time to play it. And so it was only until recent years, you know, that I've actually managed, I mean, sounds like an excuse, but you know what I mean? Like, I think you've got to mentally prepare yourself for the type of game it is. Like, you can't just say, oh, I'm just going to play a bit of Ocarina of Time. It's a type of game, it's a bit like having a girlfriend or a wife, I suppose. You've got to commit to it. You've got to commit to the game to get something out of it. It's one of those games you've got to sit and you've got to play and you've got to experience. And when I did that, oh my God, it is one of the best Zelda games ever made for me. You know, I just love how, you know, almost polished it is. You know, it just improves upon everything. It keeps everything familiar. It changes up a bunch of stuff. You know, the fact you can do adult Link and child Link. There's almost like two worlds to explore. Things you do when you're a kid, you affect things as an adult. It's perfect. And then the ending as well. I really got into the ending. I really kind of understood the message and the point of the game. I think I've just screwed up here. No, I've just managed to get through the door. That was close. Oh god. But yeah, fantastic game. I think I've only ever played about 3 Zelda games. I feel bad because I still haven't played the original. Please don't hate me. You know, we just didn't have it when I was a kid, and it wasn't like... And I think it looks like it's a cool game, but I just don't have nostalgia for it. Same with Zelda 2. I never played that on NES. We just didn't have it. It just wasn't a thing. I mean, you have to understand that in the 80s, not everybody had an NES. Not everybody knew, you know, like the video game hype and everything. It's kind of like that hindsight thing that you only kind of realise after, like what was available. And games were ridiculously expensive back then. You're talking like, I want to say 35-40 quid for like an NES cartridge or something. So it wasn't like you could just get one every day. I think nowadays, as I said, with the cost of living, it must be even more difficult, because games can nail up to like 70 quid or something, and you don't even get the full game. Whereas back in the day, I'm sounding like an old fogey now, you'd get the whole game packed on one beautiful cartridge. You'd even get the bonus content as well, the DLC as the kids would call it today. You get all that, and you know, for the same price, so value for money. But anyway, I'm really struggling with this, with Ganon's tower here. I've got to focus and all that jazz and get through, because this is not easy. Oh god, that was close. But yeah, you can see I'm having to repeat the pathway because I'm absolute pish at this. I just can't seem to do it. Look, I'm really trying to get through. There we go. And it's not all that easy. So we'll use some life medicine here, just to give myself a bit of a boost, I think. The problem is with this as well is I got so used to using fairies that I remember as a kid it'd be like I'd face a boss and I'd just assume that I'd got a fairy. So I'd have like all my fairies, and I'd have like 2 fairies and 2 life medicines. I'd have used up my fairies, and I'd be like, oh, I'd have forgotten. I'd be like, oh, I've got 2 more fairies, no problem. But then I'd get a game over. So yeah, I get so into the game that kind of happens to me constantly. Right, so we're going to use that. Look at that, we've got the ice blocks revealing there. So now I'm going to go the other way, because that's what this game does. It tricks you. It's just like one big tease. You've got to know to go forward, I guess. Maybe I'm just being a bit thick, but whenever you see the Triforce symbol on a door, then that should be the way you should go. And for some reason I wasn't doing that. I was just like, you know, I was just trying to explore everywhere, and then as you can see there's a lot of dead ends in areas where it's, I suppose there are things you can get, but you know, you really want to kind of stay on the path. But if you don't know the path, how are you going to know? It's kind of like when you find the fairy, it's like she tells you that you need silver arrows to defeat Ganon. So basically, if you've gone into this and you don't know that, and you can't defeat Ganon, then it's like, yeah, you've got to know that the Great Fairy's like going to be in the pyramid. But I don't know whether I'd ever had any trouble with that, if I'm honest. I've always been able to find the fairy. Alright, so yeah, I think I need to kind of either get rid of the enemy. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to light the way, and I'm just going to hope that the path reveals itself. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So you get like 13 seconds before it disappears, and there's the Triforce door, and look at that, we've got a Ganon statue there, and we've got several, I think there's several bombable floors here by the looks of it. So look at this, we can catch more fairies. That's what I'm talking about. So if you didn't know to do that, you might think the game's really unfair. It does throw a lot at you, I will say in this, but it's very fair at kind of giving you fairies and like medicine and all that other stuff. Right, I'm trying to, oh god, I'm trying to sneeze on this thing, come on. There we are, that'll do, we'll take it. Right, we got arrows, so we got bombable floors, so they kind of leave you guessing here. It's like, which floor is the one? It's the one by the treasure chest, so you don't have to worry about, I think, the other ones from what I remember. I could be wrong, but I'm sure it's just that one. And then we drop down into this room, and then check it out, it's the Armos Knights. So yeah, I'm probably going to end up fighting these guys twice, and I will show you why. I want to specifically show you why. Because it's not that it's a hard fight, it's just the fact that it's on ice and it's frustrating, and it's like, if you've already beat them, why have you got to fight them again? Because the game says that you need to go through the Triforce doors. If you don't go through the Triforce doors, then you've got to fight them again, essentially. But it's not as difficult. We've also got to fight those desert worms again and Moldorm again, but as I said, he's a joke really. Once he can still knock you down, but like 2 hits and he's toast. See, look at this, there's the Triforce door, but they do this. They're like, oh, but you can go left if you want to. So you go left and it's like, there's a bombable wall. But my question is it worth it? Is the thing. But yes, it is. In this case it is, because there's fairies, but like if you leave this area, then it resets the Armos Knights. So yeah, kind of got to do it again. It's a little bit annoying, but right, we'll just pop in there. We'll get them. Drop down. Alright, so see, look, now because of that, it won't let you back through the door again. So it's a little bit cruel. So the only way to go back is to do that, but it leads you to the treasure chest. So it's a bit annoying, but you do. I guess I'm contradicting myself, but you can see what I mean. It's like, if you've got the key, then you can kind of open the treasure chest. But did I get the key? I can't remember if I did. I don't think I did, no. And see how, you know what I mean? So I'm not doing this to waste time. I'm just showing you guys that, you know, this is the sort of thing that the game does at this point, and it's quite clever, I will say, because it has you guessing, so it makes you repeat the same sections over and over. So yeah, because of my stupidity, I think I've got to fight the Armos Knights again. I think, anyway. I can't remember if the door's going to be available. But anyway, let's just do this. Oh god, I'm just running out of steam here. So you've got to do this really quickly as well, because if you don't, then the lamps go off. Now the problem is now, like, I've only got like one more left now. One more piece of life medicine left, I should say. I don't know why I said nest. But now, because of that, look at that. Now the one lamp's gone out up there, so I have to do the whole thing again. But at least it refills your magic anyway. There is always that. So yeah, it's there's kind of a knack to this. So let's do that. There we are, and we'll go down here like so. And yes, it's annoying. It's incredibly annoying. It's one of the most annoying things you'll have to do, but it's the end of the game, unfortunately. Let's try this again. Right, let's smash that up. Right, and we'll use the old fire rod. There we go, beautiful. And then the Cane of Samaria again. So yeah, it certainly gets you thinking, this game. There we go. Lovely. Alright. Okay, excellent. Right. Let's just move that. That does nothing. Okay. Oh, we can't get that. We're on the other side. Never mind. We'll just warp this point and we'll just go this way. So yeah, it's like you're repeating like everywhere you've already been there, and it's like, come on, man. Ah, no, I just missed picking up those arrows. Never mind. We've got enough arrows anyway, I think, to take care of the Armos Knights. I think you can hit them with the sword anyway, so there's two ways of beating them. It's not like you have to kind of beat them with his sword. But yeah, this is where I think I get mixed up. In fact, this is actually easier than some dungeons, some of the previous dungeons, come to think of it. I mean, it's not super difficult, but I will say it's like trap laden. Like it basically gets that you've figured out the game now, so it's not as cryptic as it was, but it's like, hey, you know, we're going to make it more difficult for you now because you kind of know what to expect, and boy do they ever make it difficult. Oh, this just drives me nuts. See, I want to get in there again. I'm trying to get in here, and it's not always that straightforward. But yeah, it's one hell of a ride. I'll have to kind of do this again. I apologise that I'm doing this multiple times, but as I said, it's been a long time since I played this. I'd forgotten kind of the dungeon layout and stuff, so you've got to know basically where to go. I think, you know, hopefully I have it hardwired into my brain now that when I play this again, don't go left after you beat the Almost Knights unless you've got the big key, because you can't get that chest and you'd have to go all the way back. So yeah, you'd have to know that going in essentially. But yeah, here we are back here at this friggin' trap laden hell area, as I call it. We have more. I have no idea what these creatures are called. You know, I fight them in pretty much every Zelda game and I don't know what they are. How ignorant is that of me? There we are. Right, if I can just... Oh, I just missed him with the pot. There we are, so hit him. There's only one more left. So now I need to kind of light the way. So we'll do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, so it's about 13 seconds as the crow flies. But yeah, we have to do this again. I have to go into the same bloody room, and it's like, hey, there we are. Let's just get out of here. Right. Oh god. Move out the way. Drop down into the pit. Face those bloody armor. See that they just respawn. They don't go away until you go forward, I think, or you know the path. But yeah, here we go again. I think it's like the third time's the charm. I apologise, but hey, you're getting more bang for your buck this time round. These enemies like freaking dancing on ice. This, and as I said, it's not that they're difficult to take down. It's really tedious. Like, you know, but it's got to be done. I think it is quite clever of Nintendo to throw it in. It's like, hey, if you've not figured out the dungeon, then this is your punishment. We're going to make you fight these guys over and over again. There we are. Right, now this time I'm going to go up. And then one of these should be the big key, surely. There it is. Yes. So now I can go. See, if I'd have just done this straight away and then gone left, hindsight's a wonderful thing, I would have been fine. But no, I had to be the big shot, didn't I? But I think now we can go left. Now we can go get that chest. I think. Oh, this is the fairy fountain. So, see what I mean? Like, the game is incredibly fair in many ways. It's like, you think, you know, oh, this game's so unfair and it's so hard. But no, it's not too bad. It's alright. Yeah, you just got to get good. That's all you can do. I think Ganon's like one. Even Ganon, you know, like his first attacks, you can like easily just spam the guy and just kick his ass, no problem. But look at this. There we are. We've got the red mail now, so this provides, I think, more protection. But whereas in Link's Awakening, I think in the colour version, I think they change it. I'm sure like the blue one is defense and the red one's attack. I don't know, but look at this. Now we can go up a level, I think, because we've been everywhere here. There's nothing else here. We've been down here, I think. Anyway, let's check out. Yeah. See, I'm even confusing myself. So yeah, now we can like move to the next level. So hopefully let's get it on then. And then on this level we get to fight the worms, but this is the one with like there's the trap rooms in a row. There's like loads of these trap rooms. The game just throws all these bloody rooms, and it's like, hey, this is what you're gonna do basically. We're gonna just throw a bunch of these rooms at you and you're gonna just like it. Right, so if I could just, there we are, hit these crystal switches. There we are, get rid of these rodents. Oh my god, right, hit that. Hit that. Right, I think I've either got to hit one of those skulls, or I've got to just find a way to open the door. There we go, great. So if I can just hit this switch, I seem to be trapped. I can't seem to get off, but I'm trying to move and I can't do it. I'm trying to just like position myself so I just hit it and then I just, there we go, that's better. We use the boomerang, much better. And then we'll just go this way, but yeah, it just throws in a bunch of trap rooms now and it's like, ugh, really don't want to do this, but you've got to. There's like no other way, and I've got to kill these red, I guess they're giant mice, I think. They've got to kind of go, and then I need to get this door open, but I don't know if I need to move one of the blocks or whether it's just killing those rodents which are going to do the job. I'm not entirely sure, but either way, let's get this done. There's one. There we are, we got one anyway. Just in case, we'll just nab the arrows. Right, now I've got to move this out of the way. I could trap it behind the wall, but I'm just in a hurry. I just want to get this done. You know, my sole purpose now is just to complete Link to the Past. Oh god. And just as quickly as possible. I don't even know why oh, that was a waste of time. Should have just gone through the door, but there we go. But yeah, look at this. This is it. The start of the traps. You've got to kind of just move out the way, and you can die really easily here. Oh god, lasers, race cars, lasers, aeroplanes. There we go. Use that. Come on, you bastard. Come on, come on, come on. Right, and we go up. Right, we can use the big key, and this opens this door. Right, and there's a way. Right, I guess we have to go. There's a way up and there's a way down. We have to go down to get up. So we have to hit the crystal switch, and then I need to find another switch to open the door. Oh god, this is horrible. I don't like this at all, but it's got to be done. Look at all these freaking spiked urchins. I swear I've never played a platform game without urchins in. They seem to be a staple with many games. Oh god. Red Cyclops is there, and I can't. There we are. Oh god, let's just get out of here. Sometimes it's just better to run away, and live to fight another day, and there we go. Right, can we move forward now? We can, so I'm just gonna, oh my god, see, they throw in these freaking cannonballs as well, and it's like, oh, there's something there that I can't get to, so I don't really know how I'm supposed to get across there, so. Secrets, man, this game's got secrets, and now, this is more trap rooms. You'd think it would stop, but it just goes on for a little bit before it kind of gives you any kind of respite. But I suppose you've got to be challenged. That's just the way it is. Here we go. Oh, skeletons. Skeleton Warriors. I don't remember that cartoon. I briefly remember it. I think it was on the BBC. On a Sunday, I remember, on children's BBC. Oh my god. I'm dating myself now. But anyway, I used to love see BBC on a Sunday because they'd repeat all the things they'd shown in the week. That was always a good time. How am I going to get through this? This is ridiculous. Yeah. Oh my god. Oh, I'm being picked apart by freaking lasers and enemies. I'm trying to get that enemy there, but he won't die. There we are. We got him. Let's get out of here quickly before they come back. And look at this. Now they throw ice. They get ice now. Ice and lasers. There's just no way through, so I'm going to have to resort to using some of the old magic, a bit of bombos, and this will take out the enemies. It should open the door, I think, all being well. There we are, boom, let's do it. Right, oh god. Oh, I need to get that door open. Oh my god. They're taking everything that I've got. Do you know what? This is just like desperation maneuver, but I need to get the skeleton out of the way. Thank God for that bombos thing. Right there. Oh, please let me have a fairy. Yes. So they've let me live at least. Excellent. We'll grab hold of that. That's what we want. All right. We'll just move to the left. And then we'll just go this way. Alright, so we have to beat the worms that we beat in level 2, I suppose, at the very beginning of the game. But they go down pretty easy too, because I said I've got the tempered sword, so I'm more powerful. So they kind of got the same attacks as they did. I don't know why they didn't try and do anything different on this battle. The only different thing, I suppose, is the red fireball. I didn't even notice that, but even that's no threat, so it's not really, it's almost like the bosses go from hard to easy. I will say that the last boss, the big worm, I've forgotten his name now. Even though I've said his name, it's gone. Even he, like, even if he knocks you off, like I said, if you can just get 2 shots with a tempered sword, he's like simple, so it almost goes from like hard to easy. So maybe that was Nintendo's plan. But anyway, can I go up the stairs now to the 5th floor? And look, they do this. You got whiz robes, so like, how the heck am I gonna get through here? So I use this, and this does absolutely nothing. You'd think it would hurt them, but it doesn't. Oh, okay, it does. Fair enough, I didn't know that it didn't. Right, so I've got to find a way through. So how would you even know to do that? You know what I mean? It's like, that's pure guesswork. Like, am I supposed to guess, or was I supposed to light the room? I don't know, but look at this. It's still going on. So I think, oh, I'll try bombos now against them, against these things, and I think maybe I'm a second out or something, because it doesn't affect them at all. These undead things, they just stay there, so I think we're through the worst anyway. I've just got to attack these things and then see where we go. Okay, come on, you bastard. There we go. Pick up the heart. Right, and now we'll just go forward. Just ignore the enemies. Trust me, it's much better to just run. Oh. And they reuse the same freaking gimmick again. See, that's my only nitpick with this game is the fact that it reuses the same. I get it, like, I understand, and it's very clever, but it's just overused. It's like, do I really gotta do this again? I mean, I can do it just about, but like, man, they really love this gimmick. They absolutely love it. It's like, they can't get enough of it. They're just reusing it again and again. Right, I will do my best anyway. I suppose it is a little bit more difficult to kind of work this out, because you've got to kind of be quick. If you don't do everything, then you can't get through the door. See, look, and it makes you fall down, and then I end up being pushed back into the room. So yeah, it's more frustrating than it is actual skill, I suppose, but I guess maybe that's what they were going for. But I have to say, it's not really my favourite puzzle, if I'm honest. I mean, it's great the first couple of times, I love it, but here it's like, it's just way overused. I mean, no one really wants to do this over and over again. And then I think I'll try and be clever and try and get this done. If I try and do it this way, this might work. No, but I think maybe one's gone out, or I didn't hit one. It's very confusing, so I've just got to try this again. Right, let's do it. Oh, I think I'm dead. I think I might be dead. Oh, we got the fairy. We should be fine. Okay, right, awesome, good stuff.